I have to dance a little so that I get the nerves out. Ready? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Catherine from Evergreen Era Films, and I help couples who dread the idea of a big traditional wedding with all of its stress and expectations have elopement days that are personalized, unique to who you are, with a little bit of adventure in there. Today, we're going to talk about elopement flowers and all the different ideas that you can utilize in your elopement day. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this content, if it's helpful for you. I'll be sharing lots more helpful elopement tips and support for y'all because I know eloping can be a bit difficult since it's giving you the opportunity to have so many different ideas and options, but those can be hard to nail down. So jumping into the floral history, if you didn't know, I believe the idea of flowers in a wedding day came from when women used to smell, not just women and men, okay, let's be real. Everybody used to smell bad back in the day when hygiene was not so good. So thankfully, we don't have to deal with that now. Our hygiene is much better thanks to some good warm showers and some lovely soap. But we still want to utilize flowers in our wedding day. That tradition has continued on because they're beautiful. We all love fresh cut live flowers. But when it comes to an elopement day, and particularly an outdoor adventure style elopement, which is what I specialize in, there are two things that you're going to want to consider when you're picking your elopement flowers. The first thing that you're going to want to think about is the fact that some public land locations do not allow live florals for your wedding day. They don't want your flowers to bring in a seed that then grows a plant that isn't natural to that area, and that will cause, a chain reaction of events with killing other plants or even animals, depending on what kind of plant that is. And so we just want to be respectful when we're going to public land and follow leave no trace and do what needs to do to make sure that that area is protected and well taken care of. So this is not true for all public land areas. There are some that allow live florals and some that don't. No matter what, you're going to want to make sure that you take everything that you brought in with you back out. So don't leave petals or flowers or anything there when you leave. The second thing that you're going to want to consider is the weight of flowers. So bouquets can get really heavy, and if you're hiking around or moving around a lot, the idea of holding on to and carrying around a big bouquet might not be ideal. So these are the things that you're going to want to think about and be aware of before you move forward with hiring anyone or planning out your floral ideas. And so I'm going to jump into a bunch of different ideas that you can have in your back pocket for when you're ready to choose what's right for you. And that's what we're going to get into right now. First thing, I know I already mentioned it, but I just want to confirm that you can have a traditional bouquet for your elopement. Here at my business, I include all people of all genders and all decisions, and so no matter what, you can pick any of these flowers that you want. Boutonniere, bouquet, you can go traditional if you want to and your location allows it. If you do decide to have a traditional bouquet or boutonniere, you can always pack that in a backpack. If you're going on a hike, there are ways to make it work for adventurous style things. Another great option if you want to include florals in your day but you don't want a bouquet specifically is to choose a floral wristlet. You might have seen this at big weddings on mothers or bridesmaids, typically, traditionally in the past, but these are actually becoming a bit more popular. I've had multiple couples use floral wristlets in their day. So it's a way for you to have something beautiful, floral, and you just wear it. So you don't actually have to worry about carrying anything or adding a lot of heavy weight. You just get to enjoy the floral piece for the whole day on your body. Another more bohemian style option that would give you the chance to wear your flowers is a floral crown. This is still kind of common in all types of weddings, but this is a great way for you to kind of add to your ensemble, whatever you're going to wear, and also get your flowers involved, but still have your hands free. And another big plus of having your hands free, if you're hiking, being able to maneuver around easily, but also whenever you have moments with your partner, you can be fully involved in that and not be carrying a bouquet in your hand and not be able to be hugging on your partner, holding your partner's hand, that kind of stuff. So those are two really great options for wearing your florals. The last option that's a little bit different from the floral crown is a hairpiece. I've seen people make beautiful, beautiful little combs and things that you can just put in your hair that allows you to kind of have it in there, but it might be a little bit easier than wearing something full like a crown. And just make sure you bobby pin that in there real good. Now, remember, you can do all of these different floral ideas in different types of flowers. So silk flowers is my next tip. If you're in a location that doesn't allow live flowers, purchasing some silk, or known as kind of fake flowers, is a great option. There are actually a lot of vendors who can create silk floral bouquets for you that look very real. So don't worry about it looking cheap or anything like that. There are really great options out there. And so you can do, the crown, the floral comb, anything like that in a silk flower option rather than a live flower option. It also allows you to keep your bouquet for however long you want to keep it. So, the flowers won't die or anything. You're good to go. You could use it as a floral piece in your house or anything like that. Did you know that there are also flowers made of wood? I didn't know that, but I had a bride show up to an elopement one day with a beautiful wooden bouquet because we were in a location that didn't allow live flowers. And it was such a unique addition to their day that I just had to include it here and let you know that wooden flowers are also a great option. Next on the list is dried flowers. I've had multiple couples come to their elopement days with some beautifully dried flowers to include in their day, and most of them have actually used flowers that are meaningful to them. So one couple, she had dried her flowers from the history of flowers that her partner and her partner's children had given her, and created this really beautiful floral wristlet and boutonnieres and things for family members that were involved. And so making sure that you are including your story and pieces of who you are in every little detail is such a special way to make your elopement day yours and make it really sentimental. You can also just go and buy some beautiful flowers that you love, or go to a flower farm with your partner and pick out your flowers and dry them. But it's a really cool, unique way to bring in flowers that are a little different and also can work for locations that don't allow live flowers. You'll have to check to make sure dried flowers work, but some locations are fine with dried. Going back to that, going to a flower farm and picking your own flower options, you can do that and use those live flowers if you're in a location that allows it. So that would be a really sweet way for you and your partner to have another activity together during your engagement period that allows you to connect and make those choices as a couple. You might even want to think about here choosing a local flower farm that only grows native species to the area, and getting even more nerdy on the eco-friendly, leave no trace style stuff, and just use only local flowers for your elopement day. Another thing that is super, super cool is that rental bouquets exist. I imagine you can get different types of florals as well in a rental option, but I think you can go on Etsy, rent a bouquet, and actually just send it back whenever you're done. I think this is a super, super cool thing. Another eco-friendly option, and just allows you to have, a beautiful floral piece and not have to deal with it at the end of the day, and people get to reuse that. I think that's really lovely. If you're not liking the idea of including flowers on your body or having to carry them around at all, but you still love flowers so much and you're just trying to figure out a way to include them somehow in your elopement day, you can choose a flower farm for your venue. So instead of having to worry about hiring someone to cut flowers and try and keeping them alive and the different little factors that go into having cut floral pieces, you can actually just choose a beautiful place that has flowers in bloom in the time of year that you're hoping to elope. You can include that in part of your day or have your whole celebration there, but that way you can include beautiful flowers in your day without having to purchase them separately. And last but not least, if you are just not heart set on including any types of florals in your day, this is your permission to not include them. Eloping is all about doing what you want for you and what makes the most sense based upon what you both value. And so if flowers are not something that you value, you can let that go and not worry about it. And it doesn't have to be included. You can focus on those things that are important to you. I've had plenty of couples in the past not include any flowers in their elopement day, and their experience was just as worthy. So you choose what's best for you based upon this list. Hope it was super helpful. If you have any other questions or ideas, drop those in the comments below. If you had a favorite idea that you hadn't heard of before, let me know. Thanks for watching. My roundup's are a bit rough. Thanks for watching. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video. And be sure to like and subscribe if you want more help planning your elopement and you like these tips. Can you make sure that this is like actually focused on my face? That's one thing we did not do. The first thing you're gonna wanna consider is wait for it while I remember it. Because my brain goes blank sometimes.